part 2 of the Peasant Pistol AR9 build. So this is the build series that I'm going to be doing with Zach's DIY Guns to see who can build the better budget AR9 PCC pistol caliber carbine. And I put a poll up on my Instagram and my YouTube community wall. On Instagram, Desert Tan actually won, but on YouTube, Bronze won. And the difference between bronze and tan on Instagram was only 2 votes, so this came out on top by a pretty big margin. So there wasn't really very many bronze options. I went to 2 different stores, and a lot of them were a metallic, but a glossy metallic or a satin, and I really wanted something that was matte or flat. So I was able to find this Rust-Oleum Venetian bronze. There was actually another one. It was like a more of an amber color, and I took a picture and sent it to my buddy Desert Tactical, and I sent it to Zach's DIY Guns, and I was like, hey dudes, which one? And they both picked this one, so I was like, all right, that's a sign, let's go for it, let's do it. So without further ado, let's check out the parts here, and let's get them painted. All right, so it's a little windy, a little breezy, and it's overcast because it's gonna rain a little bit. So I'm gonna try to knock this out as fast as I can without ruining this illustrious paint job that we're gonna be doing on this super expensive build. So let's just go for it. I've already cleaned this and I've already taped up kind of the areas I didn't want to hit. So I got the handguard here, the upper receiver, the lower receiver, and the freaking pistol blade. So let's go for it. This is a pretty dark color, and it does have a metallic in it, so I'm hoping in the sunlight this matte metallic is just gonna freaking pop. I'm not worried about this being a super tactical build where I'm not going to be able to hide my location. I don't care. It's for an AR9 build. This isn't going to be a primary tactical weapon that I'm going to be worried about giving away my position with. So just something to have a little bit of fun with, do a little build off with another YouTuber, and you know, just see what happens. So this color actually looks pretty cool. And if you're worried about me getting some paint up in here, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go through and wipe it out as best I can, but it's not gonna affect anything. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. This stuff sprays pretty freaking cool. I'm pretty sure this is more for like, I don't know, yard furniture and stuff, and like flower pots and all that craziness, but it does the job. And like I said, there wasn't very many options for bronze, so we're making do with what we could find. But I really am liking this color. Just making sure we get a nice coat on it. That way when we bang it around, it doesn't just chip all to hell right away. It is a rattle can job, so obviously it's not going to have the same kind of durability as Cerakote or, you know, powder coating something, but it's going to be just fine for what we're building and what we're doing. So like I said, this is part 2 of the build series. Check out part 1. If you guys missed part 1, I got the entire AR9 minus the lower completely free from Delta Team Tactical. So if you haven't seen my Peasant Elite AR-15 build, I did that video. It's got over like 70-some thousand views, and Delta Team Tactical saw it and was like, hey, that's awesome. They reached out to me and through a bunch of correspondence, they said, hey, let us know what you kind of want to work on next, and we'll see what we can do. So I did. I let them know, hey, I want to do an AR9, and Justin over at Delta Team Tactical freaking hooked me up and sent all this out. The only thing I had to pay for was the stripped lower, because that's a serialized piece, obviously. But the entire kit, everything else to build the entire AR9, they sent me out completely free. Trigger, handguard, barrel, upper, freaking the pistol brace here, and all the parts kits to go with the upper and lower. So, you know, everything that you need to assemble the entire thing. So yeah, I'm only in it for the lower and the paint right now, which is maybe a total of 60 bucks. So I think I'm beating Zach. So if you haven't checked out zacsdiyguns, his channel, go ahead and go to his channel and talk a bunch of trash and say, hey, Riding Dirty Outdoors is gonna freaking smoke check you on this build. And just give him a bunch of hell. I don't know, I just like messing with him. No, but seriously, just go ahead and check out his videos. That way you can compare and contrast and say, hey, you know, Zach's doing this, and I think you should do this, or this is how you make yours better, blah, blah, blah. I've already picked up an optic and an upgraded grip from my buddy at Desert Tactical. He sold me some brand new stuff that he had that he bought for another project, but ended up not using it, and he just had it extra. So he's like, hey dude, I'll sell it to you cheap. And I went ahead and picked it up, but I'm not telling you what it is. That'll be for part 3 when I assemble this and put all that stuff together and show you what it looks like. And then part 4 is gonna be actually taking it to the range and seeing how it performs and how it does. And then you guys, you know, you can watch Zach's DIY guns, his low value AR9, and trash talk him and say, hey dude, sorry, but Riding Dirty Outdoors smoke checked you. And then I don't know, maybe some other fellow YouTubers will challenge me, and we'll see what we can build with them. I don't know. So this side's looking pretty good. I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes, about 20-30 minutes, and then I'll flip it over to the next side, and then I'll let these completely dry, and I'll show you the finished product of how they look, and maybe we'll get a little bit of sunshine and I can show you some of that metallic sparkle that's in this. Again, this is Venetian bronze. It's fancy as F. You gotta hold your pinky up when you shoot this thing. All right, I'm painting this second side here. I got a little bit of a better of a close-up for you guys, so you can maybe try to pick up the color a little bit, but you're not really going to tell too much with this overcast day right now. So yeah, this stuff goes on pretty smooth. I don't know. Some people like rattle can jobs, some people don't. I actually have a entire video on how to paint your AR where I actually did it the right way. And I have a lot more stuff taped off for this. I'm not really too worried about it. But if you're ever, you know, considering doing it and you're nervous about it, just get out of your head. I mean, I get it. Painting a weapon you just spent, you know, maybe several hundred to, you know, a couple $1,000s on can be a little bit nerve-wracking. But if you look it up on YouTube, there's people painting freaking, you know, Barrett sniper rifles and stuff that costs, you know, 10 grand, and they're putting rattle can jobs on it. So just have fun with it. Have fun with it. I'm gonna just make sure I hit all the little nooks and crannies, and then pretty much a wrap and wait for it to dry, and we're good. The accessory rails are what you need a good coat on, because after you put your optic and stuff on, you don't want it to chip off. And then obviously this blade has all these little fins and stuff in it, just trying to get down in there without getting it too runny. So you want to, you know, just spread your coats out. Don't just keep one freaking spot the whole time. That's why I kind of, you see me go back and forth between the pieces to allow it time to dry a little bit before I, you know, keep hitting it so it's not running. If you're worried about the serial numbers or anything, you can still completely see the serial number on these things, the fire, the safe. You're not going to be, you know, paint's not going to fill it in and you're going to be worried about it. Like it's going to be just fine. So don't be nervous, paint your stuff, it's fun. And this bronze looks freaking cool. All right, I think that's pretty much a wrap for painting this thing, and just gotta let it dry and we will be good and ready to check out the finished product after it dries completely and we get it under some light so you could see that shimmery shine. All right guys, so you can see the finished product here. It's got that metallic flake in there, but it's still matte. It is a little overcast, so sorry that you can't see the full effect, but it's got a little bit of flair without being too much over the top, and hopefully once everything's together it turns out good. So thanks guys for watching, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.